Hey everyone, just wanted to say hello. I hope you guys are all having a great week. I can't believe it's almost over. Time is flying. I wanted to talk a little bit today about conditional happiness. And what I'm going to do is start off with reading you the definition from our friend Google. So thank you, Google, for the definition. So conditional happiness is a state of happiness that is dependent on specific conditions or external factors being met, rather than being in a stable, eternal state. It implies that one will only be happy if or when certain things happen or are achieved. This can lead to a cycle of seeking happiness through external achievements, which can be a fleeting and unsustainable form of happiness. I know I have put myself through this. I could almost guarantee we've all done this to ourselves before. I feel like it's something that we've been conditioned to do. So examples of using conditional happiness for our source of happiness is when it's like, well, when I get that promotion, I'll be happy. When I get that bigger house or apartment that I've been looking at. When I meet my soulmate, I'll be happy. When I get more money, when I get my tax return, I'll be in a better state. I know with me, I did this when my kids were younger. I'm like, when my kids get older and they're more independent and they don't need me as much, I'll be happier. And that is not true, because I feel like I don't see them as much anymore because they're busy, or they don't need you as much. So you're like, no, I want them to need me now. It's so hard. It's so hard to figure out, and I feel like we're never really happy. So we got to work on that, definitely, all of us. One thing too that came to mind when I was thinking about this topic is retail therapy. Like, who hasn't done retail therapy before? And it's to the point where, you want to be happy, you want instant gratification, you want to be happy now, you don't want to wait. So you're not going to go on Amazon and order things. You're not even going to do Amazon Prime because you're going to have to wait a day or two, or even 24 hours. You're going to go like right to the store and buy what you want to buy because you want it now, because you think it's going to make you happy. And they're just these external objects, and they're really not going to make you happy. Trust me. So even like things like drugs and alcohol. Oh, I'm going to feel so good when I do that. But it's not real happiness, because it's going to wear off and you're going to be where you started off from. So it's a lot about instant gratification too. So the definition of true happiness from Google is not dependent. It is happiness that is not dependent on external happiness, a sense of contentment and well-being that can be cultivated regardless of what is happening around you. The question is, how do we get there? So we will talk about that. I feel like we were not born this way. We were not born to find happiness externally. When we were born, we weren't like tarnished yet. We weren't conditioned yet to find happiness externally. We just knew how to be happy. So a lot of, why we rely on external things for happiness is because we were conditioned by a society that is promoting external happiness. A perfect example would be social media, Facebook, Instagram. You get like that little high when somebody likes your video or likes your photo or whatever. That's, it feels like happiness in the moment, but it's really not. It's that instant gratification. And I feel like, we have access to everything these days. We can see everybody's perfect life on social media because everybody just posts the good things, right? Like most people do. So we think, oh, well, when I have it the way that they have it someday, when I go on these vacations that they're going on, or they have, when I get that nice car that they just post it on their Facebook. You know, when I'm in that place, that's when I'm going to be happy. Um, yeah, so I definitely think social media is not helpful with that. Um, this one, this reason that I came across really resonated with me, and I think it will with a lot of you guys. When you're actually feeling happy and like things are going good, and then you're like, okay, when's the ball gonna drop? When am I gonna, like, when's something bad gonna happen? Because this isn't normal for me to be happy right now, and like having all these things going my way. So it's like the fear of the unhappiness sinking in, like something's gonna go wrong. And a lot of it is learned behaviors. They could stem from all the way from your childhood, like pleasing other people, you know, being a people pleaser as a kid, having to meet certain criteria in life in order for someone to be happy with you, and then you could be happy with yourself. Um, so a lot of it is learned behaviors. Don't you agree with me, Redley? Okay. Um, so how do we, you know, if we've been living this way for most of our lives, how do we overcome this? What can we, is there something we can do to like rewire our brain so we can, you know, just be in the moment, and really just be happy just for the sake of being happy? Um, One of the things you can do is, you know, practice mindfulness. Like just kind of catch yourself in a moment and being like, you know what, like right now, I could be, you know, of course, like we all have crap going on in our lives, and I have stuff going on in my life too. But at this very moment, everything is okay. Like you have to like just be in the moment for a moment and be like, you know what, right now things are not bad. And like appreciate that moment. Appreciate the little things, like what went right in your day. You know, like you didn't hit traffic on the way to work. You had a really good, productive work day. You know, your kids were happy and a good mood, and, you know, you had some time to sit and relax at the end of the day and unwind. You know, normally you're running around like crazy. Um, the weather was nice. Somebody was nice to you. The little things like that. And one thing too that has helped me, it's not easy, especially like if you have a mind like mine that's like constantly going, constantly thinking, is trying to combat the negative thoughts. Like try to be mindful of your mind and like the thoughts that you're having. Be like, oh, you know, you have one negative thought like, oh, I could have done so much better at that, or I'll never be this person. I'll never have what they have. Try to catch yourself and be like, turn it around to a positive thought. Oh, well, I'll never achieve this and get my promotion. Actually, I will, because I'm a really hard worker and they appreciate me here. So like you gotta retrain your brain, and it's not easy. It could be tiring, but every little bit helps, definitely. Um, and if you think about it, happiness is a choice. We have free will. I don't care like how bad your day is going or how bad your life is going. Tomorrow's a new day. You could wake up and be like, I am so sick of feeling this way. I'm going to be happy today, and nothing's going to get me down. And that's enough, you know? So you could just make that choice. Also, a gratitude journal. I use the journaling app on my phone. You don't even need a pen or pencil or notebook. Just write a little thing on your phone. Be like, oh, you know, I had such a great day today. This and that and the other thing happened. I'm grateful that I'm alive and my kids are alive and we're all healthy and we have a roof over our heads. You know, like just write down the things that you're grateful for, because they're there, and you will have more abundance in your life if you focus on those things. Trust me. Also, you know, give yourself grace. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. None of us have it all together. And the people that look like they do and like have this like fake persona, they probably are even further from having it together than the average people. Go easy on yourself. Every day, not every day is going to be like perfect, and you're not going to be like at the top of your game every day. And this isn't going to work every day. You're going to be like, well, I did this, that, and the other thing, and I'm still not happy, you know, or I'm still looking for external stuff. Like every day is different. And you just, every day's a new day to try again. And I also wanted to share, this is a really good crystal, citrine, for happiness. You could buy it in, I'm sure they have necklaces, but you could buy it in bracelet form, just wear it. I have wanted to show that. It's so tiny, you could barely see it, but there's a little stone of it too. So you could definitely check citrine out, to promote your happiness. I will put a picture of those under the video in the comments, and I will also post a video about overcoming having to need external factors to be bringing you happiness. I will make sure that I get a video and post that too to see if that's helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there is any comments, if it resonated with you, with anything you want to share with me, please put it in the comments. If there's anything that you would like me to talk about next week, anything at all, you know, like regarding, you know, emotional health, spiritual well-being, anything healing, please put it in the comments, and I would be so glad to chat more about it. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and weekend, and thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Bye.